Let's do it. All right. So basically, we're gonna go through, Jeff. We've done this before, but Henry, basically at any point, just say anything. It's helpful for me for the context for you to just kind of be like, oh, on this point, this is what happened. This is what I was thinking, and this is pretty recent, so you should have some decent memory.
Cool.
Let's do it. Wait, what happened there? Restart. Okay. Was that under the net? Yeah.
It didn't go over.
All right, and you're not blocking, right? You're not blocking, Julio.
This is just the start.
Okay.
Yeah, not yet.
Waking up here.
All good. Videos were short, so no problem. All right,
That's
Henry, like look at your shoulders here. You see how straight they are? Love that. That's great. Perfect.
Henry wasn't able to do this like a week ago.
Yeah, no, I know. I actually think I remember watching you hit this ball when I first rolled up. I was thinking like, damn, that was a nice high contact. Hey, Jeff, how's your passing and everything feeling?
Pretty decent. I mean, I got exposed in the last game. Not like we both did. So any like passing,
we'll go over that game.
Serve receive, footwork,
Perfect.
any like initial serve receive positioning is also helpful.
Cool.
Yeah.
Also, like serve receive can, when you play someone with a good serve receive can be like defense, and that you have to start picking out like tendencies, like when they toss the ball here, when they toss the ball this way, like what are they? Some people with their hand, like most people look exactly where they're going to serve right before they serve. Like it's a very common thing.
Yeah.
So you see at like a higher level, like if you play like Adrian on the beach, like he looks the opposite direction of where he serves every time. So, but like that's also a tell, because I know if he's looking at me, he's not serving me. So there's just like little stuff that you can start picking up on. So when we get there, we'll take a look. Jeff, you can see here, yeah, you're starting to turn a little early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the amount, I think we're both laughing, the amount of times that I get beat on my short shot is like
not good.
It's open all day.
Okay, Henry, this is great for you to see. When we practice, I'll tell you a lot about your platform, right? How you kind of bring it from here.
Yeah, I run around with my platform.
Watch on this short ball. Watch your arm. You see that? How they start? I'll pause it so you can see. Right here. See how bent they are? And before that, they were even more inside your body. Yes, it's just like this feeling. So I'll point it out. I'm sure you're gonna do it a few more times, but it's just so you can see. Like that's what I'm talking about. What I'm saying. I would much rather you run with your hands out, right? So you can easily bring them together here instead of having to do this. Really hard to take short balls like that because you have to get completely under the ball. That was great. Like even that's I know, Jeff, like I know you see it. That's the stuff that like is completely different. You were not able to do that before. Right, high contact every time. That's okay. We can do a little bit of defensive stuff here. So okay, I like your hands. All this stuff is like just you see your hips here, how much they get to the mangroves, like to the ocean side. If you would just keep your hips a little more closed and not open them so quickly, you dig this ball every time. So if you would just take like a half a shuffle instead of like an opening up step, you get there. Again, just little stuff that like it adds up to points. Here again, watch your pass here. It's a good perfect example right here. So there, right? See the hands in that bent position. So that's what we're gonna fix.
This is what we're meeting tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Everybody already knows that, but just a good thing to keep in mind.
Yeah, no, this is great. Like especially for now when we see anything, like I'm writing notes so I can like, get a practice down for you guys tomorrow. So we'll definitely do some of that.
Ace.
Okay, actually, really good example. Watch Logan's arms here.
Yeah.
Look,
he does this every time.
Yeah, look how straight they are. Oh wait, sorry, that was the ace. This one here. Right, look, there's no bend at all. He never takes them in. Like he starts here. So that's what we want to get. And he's a great passer, right? Like that's what he's good at. So it's like indoor players are quite good at it.
Like that ball happens a lot where I'm serving some variant of like I'll be serving and I'm either casually walking in or just not prepared to cover the short ball on my side, and they're getting it on 2 or 3.
Let's watch here. So you're good. You think you're in a good position here. Right. So just quickly, if you're playing someone that doesn't hit very much, like Logan's not really going to hit the ball, hands don't need to be so high. Right. So you're kind of making it difficult to bring them down. So I want you more. If someone is not going to hit, if you don't expect them to hit, I want you more on your toes and ready to run with your hands more like down. And then if someone you know can hit, then you have to be more like dug in and you can get your hands a little more up. So that just one thing that's kind of hurting you here. You're very dug in as if he's going to hit the ball. Here, okay. Again, he has to shoot this ball from this position. You can see his elbows kind of bent, like just little cues. And at this point, you can just see your first little movement is a backwards movement. So from here, you go back. See that little drop step that you do with your right foot? That's it. If you don't do that with your right foot, you're digging that ball. So you're just kind of dropping, taking a little bit of a drop step. All good. One other thing that I like on the short balls is getting in a little bit of like a surfer stance versus being straight on. Because when we're straight on, it's hard to turn short and deep, right? But we're already open. You can kind of do both. That requires you identifying that they're going to shoot the ball.
Yep. When is like at what point do you not? What is the disadvantage of being in a surfer stance? Like, why wouldn't you do that every time you're receiving?
So, for example, we can take a look here. Let's see.
When Julio's hitting.
So if you're like right here, right? If you were in a surfer stance here, you can't get anything that's hit at you hard. So because your hips are going to be faced this way, right? So if your hips are faced like this, you would have to have extreme control with your platform to be able to move it. With a hard hit, you need to be facing where the ball is going to go because you don't have time to react. So you kind of just have to be here. Whereas if you're like this, then you would have to like really do that, or with your platform, like really bring it in. So it's just you lose control. Is all.
So I'm giving Logan too much credit by giving him this kind of dug in, hands up approach every time he's hitting.
Exactly. Yep. And you can see it just results in you being very on your heels. Right. So look, he just hit the ball and your first movement isn't even like a step. It's just kind of like you're still stuck. Right. So that just means you're dug in.
Yeah. I mean, Jeff's squared kind of side to side with him, and I'm like,
yep. And you can see space between Jeff's heels and the sand. Right. So then
nice, Jeff.
Great job, Jeff.
Almost.
Good example here too. Look, watch your starting movement here. Right? Look at this right foot. It goes back. Right? So that's, if you can just think, and this is good. This is like easy stuff. So when you're in serve receive, give me a little like hop right when you're about to get the ball, and it'll take away you going backwards to go forward. It'll start your forward momentum. So we just want to get rid of this stance. And you can see, Jeff, you've kind of like, you used to do that too, but it looks like you don't do that anymore. Right? Little baby one, but your body, right? So
yeah, I'm trying to lean forward.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when Henry's doing it, it's a bigger one where you're like more stable with your feet. So that's it. Little stuff like that. It's a great up though. Good. You're in the right spot. Good up. It's funny. So you keep your hands up too high. So your body.
I've seen Logan do, like, the only reason I picked this up is I saw Logan once or twice, like, kind of run in like this when people are swinging on him, and he like caught 1 or 2 balls. I was like, I guess that's what you're supposed to do. So that's that's purely where that habit came from.
You would do that if you were really in the court, right? Which is why he did it when he's running in the court. But when you're where you are, there's no need. And what's happening too is like they're up and then they have to come back down, see? And then they got to go back up. So it's like, it's kind of just like confusing you. Just keep them like right in line with like your ribs and just a little bit out. So you just want to be able to like quickly go here and here. And then if like narrow, but if it's like in front of you, you can just go like this. That's it. But you're giving yourself a lot of space to make up.
And on a hitter like Julio here, like, are you trying to use your fingers?
Yeah,
or how are you trying to, like, when you're imagining the perfect defensive up here, like what are you imagining in your mind?
So depending on the set, if the set is off, I'm getting my hands a little higher up because he has to hit deeper, right? If the set is perfect, I'm more expecting like a nice dig with my platform. Generally with him, I would be thinking digging with your platform is better because give him the 1 or 2 times he's going to hit a cut, and he kind of like drops his elbow a lot anyway.
I don't think he gave us a cut this entire day.
Exactly. So stand deep in the court and just dig.
Just that opening cut that he hit.
Yep.
In the
didn't go over. Yeah.
Exactly. So, and then Henry, just another quick thing to point out. Look how narrow your legs are here, your feet, right? I want you like a little wider than shoulder width here.
And that's on spike receive? Like what's the
on everything?
Is that all receive?
Yeah. I want you just with a more stable base.
What's the difference between that and serve receive when I'm trying to be like as quick as possible on the first step?
Yep. So same thing. So the more that you are wide, the more that you can bend while keeping stable. If you are narrow and you bend, you lose balance, right? So if we can just get you a little wider, it'll actually get your legs more loaded so they can explode faster. Right now, you don't have a lot of like pent up energy in there because they're just kind of.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That'll be really helpful.
Yeah, for sure. Nice job. So Jeff, if we can just get you hitting this line shot, right? Everything is great. From at this point, if you twist right instead of left, this ball becomes like untouchable. But you're twisting left and kind of just like letting the ball hit you here, right? So you're not putting anything into it. So if you can just get that feeling that you're putting your body into that ball lands like deep corner, right? And it just becomes, you win the point here, but it just becomes like a more aggressive shot. Good. Nice. See, just look at you defensively here. I like it. Good. Look, Henry. Hands. Yeah, but otherwise.
So they should be out.
Yep, slightly extended.
And I need to like snap them together in a line, not in the bent position.
Right. I want you to feel like there's no slapping together of the hands. They never have to like come together aggressively. It's very much like, for example, for me, when I'm on defense, I will dig a lot of balls one-handed, like a lot, because I'm way more interested in like being stable and here and trying to get my other hand to the ball. But if I can't get it, it's fine. So less focus on two hands. Like you don't need to get two hands on every ball. You actually will dig more balls on defense with one hand because your body will be in a better place. So let me write that down. We'll go over that as well. I'll actually, like with some people, train digging with one hand because it just gets you out of the habit of like this. It creates this like jerky motion, you know?
Our friend Matt is really good at just like sticking one arm out.
Yes.
And just like attacking the ball forward and yeah.
It can be really effective. Like I dig a lot of balls like that. Good. Again, this is a super good example, Henry. Like this ball, you are more than fast enough to be all over. I know it was out, but you are more like you should be like turning and just like watching that ball go out past your head, right? But your initial instinct is just to be like a little stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So if we just get that first movement to be like forward or up or anything, that's gonna help. You're gonna dig so many more balls. Nice, Jeff. Get up.
Almost.
As like a random thing, if we end up having 5 minutes, I would love a refresher on like how to approach and hit from the right side, especially if we're in these reverse situations. Because I go up there and I'm like, I've figured it out on the left. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing from the other side, and it does happen where we get in those, and I'm like, I don't really know how to swing from here.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, and if I find another one, I'll do that.
I can swing the old way from there, and we saw what happened, so it'll be useful.
If we get another one, I'll go over it. If not, I'll come back here. I have it marked, so whatever, like 248 or something. Cool. Good. Better. Let's take a look. So right. So you're starting with the hands up, right? You're like the hands go up quite early. All right. So we don't. Yeah, they're like super early. And then
this is me purely imitating something I saw like 3 times, and
that makes sense. Actually.
Now it's locked in.
Now you see it, you're like, I'm never doing that again. Okay, so look, now you're running forward, right? For no reason. Set's not like particularly tight. Now you're running back.
Yeah.
And now you have to run back forward. So you've created like 3 extra movements that just didn't need to happen, right? So just think, let me get in my spot earlier and much quicker. Maybe good. There you go. Good dig. Good example here, by the way, guys. Julio, look at his shoulder plane. Right, so when he hits this ball, look at that. That's what we're trying to like avoid. Right, if his shoulder's on plane there, that ball's going straight down like over here.
Yeah.
So just a good visual to see.
Almost went in.
Oh, you're there. Good dig. Let me just look one more time. Good feel. Yeah. Good. Are you guys gonna block?
We'll see, man.
Let's go over tomorrow. Let's go over some peel digging.
Yeah. Tomorrow we'll probably want to talk about the competition too. Like,
yeah,
Julio's got to be the best hitter here. If this was like against Alessandro, I don't know if I don't think we'd block against him. Like Craig, I don't think so.
No, you're his partner though. You'll probably need to block.
Yeah. And then there were some new teams. So yeah, whenever Henry and I both peel, we don't do the proper footwork, and we pay the price for that.
Let's just
I don't know if that's really worth going over, but we could do 5 minutes of that.
I was gonna say
1 drill or something.
If we do 5 minutes of just that, it's gonna be helpful.
Yeah, I know what to do, but then I don't do it. Because
there's also a world where this is what I would do if I played you guys. I would set super tight.
Yeah, of course.
And 1 out of every 5 sets would be an overset, and I'd get the point. Right? Yeah. So there's also a world where you kind of just want to show something in the beginning. It's like, let me just start near the net just to protect that, right?
Yeah, like if we don't block these guys, like they will abuse it. They will know.
Exactly. Yeah. So.
And we had a few blocks on Julio.
Perfect. Okay, let's watch this pass. Okay, cool. So. Okay. Pretty good form. The problem is just the ball kind of moves at the end, right? And your hands are already together, so it's very difficult to make a movement when your hands are already together, right? Like you're locked in here. The ball better be where it's going to be. You're already doing your thing, so it's just you don't have a lot of time to make adjustments with your arms when they're already together. So that's it, because your form is not bad. Like everything looks okay. You're just not reacting to balls that move. Good shot, Jeff. Damn, that was beautiful. Look at that again. Just look, you see the difference there? That chest never got over here. That was such a big difference. Like that was, and it was your best shot of the game. Watch. There you go. So you finished into that shot. That's what I want from everything. Okay, so now we're blocking. Great, good feel. That's a good feel. Henry, this is a great example. You're all over the shit of your hands. Don't get together early. Like perfect example, because this ball is a little to your right side, and this with the proper starting position would be right at your arm already. But now you have to move to it, right? And you're late. But you're in the perfect position. Good. Oh, I love it. Nice, Jeff. Damn, 2 great swings.
Let's go.
Nice, boys. Oh, what a rally. Shit. It keeps going. Like, hey. Nice. Okay. I mean, I'm just going to go over these just because they're good, so you can see an example of, like, what's good, right? So here, Henry, love it. You're facing that angle. Beautiful. Oh, if I had any complaint, your arm doesn't quite get back, but it's fine, right? I'm not super worried about that. Your face there, you hit a great cut shot. All good. He digs it. You get a free ball. So in your mind, this is really important. In your mind, like that's what you need to do. That was a success. Because he dug it over, who cares, right? He had to outstretch and dive for that ball. You guys are not going to be a team that puts away every ball. But like that is your goal. You just got a free ball out of that shot. So that means everything went well. Okay. Here, Jeff. Good. Go. Love. This is so good. See, you're so much better, dude, when you let the arm go like this versus turning that shoulder. Complete difference. Great swing. Same thing here. So good. So good. Little tiny bit of bend in the shoulders, but it looks great. Like this is awesome. Now you're hitting the ball at a high point. Good. Love it. It's a good shot. Cool.
Fun rally.
Okay.
So there were a ton of these balls where,
yep,
you know, they're putting it up to Julio and he's just ripping it down the center. Mm-hmm. And we both feel we're always both like a half foot away from like who's getting it. How do we stop this ball? Like sometimes we'll both try and cheat middle and force him to shoot outside, and then at least we're like getting hit by the ball. But yeah, what do we?
Yeah, let's see. Okay, so first thing, that ball is super tight. It's like a really tight set, right? That's like the thing that's causing he can't really hit the ball this like down if the ball's not that tight. Now, unfortunately, you got to find a way to avoid him setting that tight. So you either have to serve tougher, you got to keep him deep, right? Or you need to start at the net. A lot of times for a setter, just seeing somebody at the net when they're setting will cause them to not set tight, right? It's like just like a mental cue. And you could literally leave right after they set. But what you're doing a little bit here, Jeff, is like you're half starting at the net. So you're not really like doing much, right?
Yeah.
So you're if anything, what you're doing right here is you're giving him permission to set tight because he sees you leaving and he's like, oh, I'm good, right? So you've taken away all the pressure that they need to have here. All right, the other thing on the actual defensive side here, you guys can dig this ball. So two things. I mean, Henry, we talked about this. If that ball's tight, those hands can't be up, right? That ball's tight, so he's going to go down. So our body's getting lower and our hands are getting lower. That's the first thing, okay? As soon as you see a set like this, you're like, I am like ass to the ground. I'm touching the sand and I'm just like taking as much space as possible. Jeff, you're good. You get low, but look at your hands. They're also high, right? Okay. Henry, your hands are together, right? Don't want that.
We're probably trying to block our faces and nuts. What's going on? Look at where
our Okay, here and then look. I mean, the ball's pretty much.
But my hands aren't out here. I could have at least like.
You could have touched it with this hand, and if you you touch that ball, you just touch it. It goes right to Henry because you guys are so close to each other. He pops it up, you send it over, and they got to do it again. So the expectation here isn't to dig it well; it's just to get something on the ball.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, Henry, we're going to work on one other thing tomorrow on your passing. I want you to feel more like you're attacking the ball. So as we're going through this, I want you to see how much it looks like that your arms just let the ball hit. You're not bringing anything into the ball. So what? You see that? You're kind of letting the ball hit, and then you're making the adjustment after with your wrist, right? I want you to feel like you're bringing power into the ball with your arms. Not a lot. Nothing crazy, but you have to create some acceleration as you're passing the ball.
Even if someone was doing like what about like a topspin serve?
Yep. So slightly different. If it's really hard, maybe you take a little bit off so you don't do it as much. But in general, like I don't like the feeling of feeling like you're a backboard. I want you to feel like you're able to put the ball where it needs to go. You'll see some guys will even like do a little bit of like, well, they'll bring it down, right, to absorb. But even that I'm happier with because that's like a movement. You're trying to control the ball. Just letting it hit kind of takes away the feeling that you have control. And what happens to you, Henry, a lot is the ball just like dies on your arms, right? So you don't get those high passes. Yeah, just like a little acceleration into the pass.
What do I do on that last one though?
Here,
Yeah.
see what you did do. So
I mean, this is a tight set.
yeah, tight set for sure. You don't want to do this really, right? Like what I would do in this situation is just try to hit it right off the block. Like you don't really, there's not really much else you can do. But what's happening here is you're kind of like, you're turning your body a lot, so you're giving away any sort of angle they have. So like here, for example, if you don't turn your body, right, you could just hit like a pokey over here, like a short pokey here. That would be the easiest shot for you to hit. But you're kind of just like committed to hitting it the other way once you turn your body. Like I would just pokey from here, even on the ground, and just send it back over here. But it's a tough play. Like I'm not. Good, Jeff. Good example, Henry. Watch Jeff's arms here. Look where they start and then finish. So they're starting like almost at his knees, right? And then he brings that speed into the ball, right? And then they end like shoulder height. So that's it. That's all we need. It's just that little bit of movement into the ball. Good. There we go. Yeah, I love it. Love it. I'm gonna get just so you can see it. Watch this. This is like a free ball. Nothing into the ball, right? No power. So that's something really important. You're just kind of letting the ball hit you, and you get like a low pass there, right? You should get that up where Jeff can hand set it, and maybe even two ball, right? Like you're just taking away options by not bringing power into the ball. Love the shot. Look how square the shoulders are here. Perfect.
Yeah.
So good. Look at that. Dude, to hit a cut shot like that is like, that's hard. Like to not have any bend. That's impressive that you're able to do. But it logically makes sense to you. Hey, nice block. Which, by the way, Henry,
Try to block there.
Julio does the same thing as you. He doesn't bring power into the ball at all. He just kind of lets it hit him.
Yeah, on the bumps.
Yep, nice. Great ball.
Julio can just hit very mediocre sets, and we can.
Exactly, yeah. He has a bigger window, right? We don't have that much. All right, so this is first game.
That was game, yeah.
Cool. All right, so as we watch, let's focus on a few things. So, Henry, I want you to focus on your shoulders, which we're gonna, we point out multiple times. That's great. It looks like you're doing that well. I want you to look at that right foot when you're on defense, and I want you to watch your hands when you're on defense and just see where they're at. And then the last thing for you, just really focus on looking to see if you're bringing power into the ball. So on a few of the good passes, we'll also stop and see maybe some of them you did that. I don't know. And then Jeff, for you, those shoulders is super important. And then defensively, you're so fast that like you need to become an amazing defender. You're a good defender, but like for you, it won't be difficult to become really good. So we're going to focus a lot like on the defense with you. All right, this was a loss, correct?
No. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's
see.
see.
We won the first series of one.
Yeah. Let's see it. All right. Okay. So, yep.
And then we won the best of three.
Yeah, you won them all.
Basically, we won.
We took them all home.
Henry, literally all this is your hands together early. That's it. Think about it this way. Hands together early is a signal to your body that you're done. It's like, all right, this is where I'm passing the ball from, right? The later they come together, the more your body's going to move. So you're just giving that signal like way too early. But here you're like, so now you have to do some weird stuff, right? You have to like back up.
When I bring them together too, though, I kind of do the bent and then I fold down. Like, how do I break that habit?
Well, we're gonna have to drill it tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay.
What I'll do, I'll actually have you, which is a little counterintuitive, but at first I'm gonna have you start with your hands out and just pass from here. Right.
Yeah.
And then we'll sort of get them more out, and then you'll be here. But for what I would do if I were you is just like start with my hands out when I pass. That'll be the easiest initial fix. Good set, Jeff. So good. I don't care that I went over. Everything was perfect. You got on one knee. It was great. Nice block. Oh no, just kidding.
I think he blocked it into the net.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a good pass.
Yeah, we'll just like we're just gonna have you do this. Henry. Like on Logan. Like, I mean, not on Logan, like Logan. Like, he gets his hands out so early.
Yeah. Logan does
Right?
this perfectly.
Yep. Those arms are like, boom, money.
Yeah. And
No
you see
way.
it every time he's receiving.
Yep.
His platform is just dialed.
Yep.
Okay, so let's actually talk about this ball for a second. So here I am blocking. This happened a few times. And they would throw up a solid option off the serve. I think I'm supposed to go up and block.
Mhm.
I wouldn't be blocking, but I'd be in like no man's land, and then we would just get owned by Julio. So, and this happened like multiple times this morning. So what are the, like, how should we be? They're trying to push the option as well, and they're not getting a hard serve. Like Logan knows he's going to get the serve because we're picking on him. He knows he's got to throw up a good option. If he puts it in anywhere in the like middle center, like Julio is going to hit the ball. And then, yeah, I don't know when you're supposed to peel or block or like how to hold that down on the option.
Okay, great. This is awesome. So first thing, you said I'm blocking. You are not blocking here. You're
Well, yeah,
you're like
I was blocking the theoretical 3-ball. I like
yes.
didn't know what was going on here.
So that's problem one. But okay, take a step back. If you're playing, that's actually the one time you should do it. That's fine.
Sweet.
If you're playing someone that 2 balls a lot, it usually means 2 things. So one, they probably don't side out the best, right? So they need some help, right? And 2, it usually means that the person that is 2-balling can hit the ball pretty hard, right? Okay. So now you have 2 options on how to attack that. What makes the most sense to me, especially at your guys' level, that I would do is I would just stay back for 2 reasons. So one, when you are this close, it gives him a free shot. You're basically telling him anything over me is a point, right? Even if you're blocking, you're basically telling him anything over me is a point. Now, someone like Julio, and we'll watch as I see, I highly doubt that he's going to be able to hit a ball like straight down.
No, he can't.
On a 2-ball, that's like 3 or 4.
Every 2-ball is always deep. It's like back 20% of the court every time.
Because of this, right? Because his shoulders get so angled. So in that case, just say fuck it. I don't need to block Logan, right? Because Logan isn't going to hit the ball. So that's problem 1 solved. Problem 2, I don't need to block Julio because he never hits down. So in that scenario, I'm not blocking him. Like for me, that's pretty simple. I'm serving Logan deep every time, and I'm making him side out against us.
And if we're serving Logan deep, we're not worried about Julio chucking up a high and tight set.
Not on
leave that open against
not on Logan.
Yeah.
Yep. And you're fast enough and you're paying enough attention to get the overset.
Yeah. Okay.
Every once in a while, we were like more intentional about starting at the net and like randomly trying to block Logan just to mix things up. You think there's merit to that, or just like stick to the game plan?
Well, it depends. If your game plan is working, don't change it.
Yeah.
If he started siding out a lot, then I like it. I like throwing something different. But I wouldn't just do it to do it.
Okay.
But I do like what I would say is better is every once in a while you can start at the net.
Yeah.
And then stay if it's really tight. But against him, it's like he's a really good example. Craig is going to be like this too, of someone who like you really just don't need to block. And then if you are going to block them, you're basically turning their biggest strength into something they can use, which is their pass. Right. So that would be my recommendation. If you face someone who can hit the ball, then yeah, I want you starting at the net. And then with the 2-ball, you're going to need to jump. But in this scenario, definitely not. Do not copy Logan's bump setting, please.
Just hand set.
Good. Just keep hands.
What was he? What can we go over though? What was going on? Is he just like not facing the antenna?
So one, his hand
like pops up. I don't know.
His hands actually get out way too early. Like on a bump set, there's no need to do this, right? You're not receiving a ball coming at you. The ball's just in the air. So when you do this, you get really underneath the ball. You're super underneath. You can't step into it. And then watch the finish. It's more the finish that I have problems with. He doesn't face, and he just uses his platform to like, right? Which is fine if there's no wind and he's like someone with control. But if there's any wind, you're kind of disaster. And like for example, for him, that's not a good set. Like he's a good player. Right? He has good ball control. He shouldn't be setting that ball there, but he is because
it's hard sometimes playing with him. Like yeah, the sets are way more out of the system on like what should be free balls.
And you also have no clue where they're like where the miss is going to be, which is always really tough for a partner. All right. Wait, let me see this real quick. This pass. I don't think your hands. No, they were. Just kidding. This is better. This is actually better. Watch. Look at your movement through this ball. Look where your hands start and then where they end. So they start low, right? And then you're coming up through the ball. They get up to about the tape. Not quite enough move as much as I'd like, but better. You put positive momentum into the ball. And it was a better pass. Yep. See, that's the example. That's exactly it.
It's like if Logan was giving that set to Mir Henry, we might just like hit that ball in the net, but Julio can just fix it.
Right. So just defensive like thoughts here. He's kind of reaching over his left shoulder, right? And you have a block in your line. On defense here, you want to be more in the angle. So he's a good example of someone. It's pretty common. The more the ball gets over, the more they like to bring it back this way. So you're just quite in the middle here because really he hits a pretty diggable ball. Like you can dig that if you're back there.
So line up to what, the corner more so?
Yeah, like right here would be about where you would want to be there.
Yep.
So you kind of want to line up with the shoulders, and because he does such a shoulder lean, right? Like his shoulders are now facing like here.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, and then he likes to also go like this. So that's like a tendency to pick up on someone. That's a really easy one. Where is the set and what do they like to do? Because people like to do one thing or the other. If that set gets inside, you play someone, you see an inside set and they hit a cut shot, I would like really log that for later. Like, okay, that's very opposite of going line, which a lot of you, right? So they just think about stuff like that.
Jeff, I'm relying on you to be our in-game computer.
Yeah.
Wear an AirPod, I'll tell you. Good. Okay, so this is a good example here of you end in the right position, which is great. So you peel here. All right, we'll work on the peel tomorrow. We don't want to peel like this because you lose balance when you back up. Hands are up, which are fine on a peel. You want to have your hands up, right? But when you're stopped here, look how wide your base is, right? And look how forward your momentum is, right? You can even like see it like in your hamstring, like you have a weight on your legs, right? And they're ready to go forward. So now it's easy to turn. You don't get like that normally when you're on defense when you're starting back. So that's why we want to add that like that little like motion as they're hitting to get you going. That was great. That's what we want. This is the sort of reaction that we want. Good play. Like that's how they're gonna win, right? Is by setting the ball tight. Henry just the level here. Like if you see that pokey out, go to the line. Right, it's usually a good representation of like if they're poking, it's too tight, and they're going to want to go where the open space is.
And there, I'm sprinting to the line with both possible shots, like right over Jeff or deep, that I'm potentially dealing with.
Look, you're actually doing it.
Yeah,
but you're just so high in the air, right? You're not like low, ready to sprint. You're kind of just like, oh, look. I mean, look how high you are here, right? Like you can, I know it sounds so silly. You can dig that ball for sure if you're fully horizontal, right?
Yeah.
That's that, Jeff. Go ahead, really good shot. These are the ones. Yeah, we got to get these. We get it free. Beautiful. Just like that. Beautiful. Jevin, like little stuff. That's the set. Like so many times with you guys, I watch your games and like two things. This free ball that comes over would be like an A pass, like a 7 out of 10, but this is like a 9 out of 10 pass, right? And then the set would be like a 6 out of 10. It doesn't feel that bad, but like you were just given the ball, it was like given to you, right? So you have to just put quality. And if you do that, 2 great touches and you're good. Right? You pass on the set or what set that up. But that's a good swing. I think like I would have expected him to go a little more angle here. If you want to see like a little bit, you can see his shoulders start to turn slightly as he's hitting, kind of into this position here. Probably follows the shoulders.
So I'm like folding my arms up, like I've got a full. If you go a frame before, they do the full this thing.
Yep.
So now the hands are together. I gotta like unfurl.
Correct.
And then break them again. What am I trying to do with my hand? Like I've seen you do stuff where you're like, I don't know, it feels like you kind of have like a club, like you one hand that. Like what am I what surface am I trying to create to get an up that's kind of flat? Because I feel like I hit the side of my bone a lot with like those versus like getting something flat enough that it's a consistent mini surface.
Okay, so obviously the first thing is the hand. They got to be in the right spot, right? So here they're just in the wrong spot. You would want them extended here. So you want them, some people will say like you're like a waiter who's like bringing out champagne, right? Like you want them like out here by your sides, like this. I like to keep my hands open. You're a handball player, it's perfect. Like keep them open. Just like go slap that shit. That's going to be like the most open surface that you can have. Now, the only thing is you can't have it. It's really hard here. You can't have it like this with your hands, with your arms straight up. So your forearm can't be straight up. Your forearm needs to be hooked a little bit. And that's what's going to bring the ball into the court. Because you can dig this ball easily, right?
That's what I've been telling Henry. This is an easy ball.
No, I'm like a fraction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff's like, we're going to figure out how to deal with that in Brandon's session later. Like we're putting a hand on it. Like we're going to be.
Yeah. But look, here's the bigger problem. It's not the hand. It's not any of that. Watch when you dig this ball. Look at your weight. You're going backwards, right? Like, look where you are. So what we need is like, here you go. Let me see if I can actually draw this. One sec. Let's see if this works. So pause it at the right point. Okay. So this ball right here, it needs to be passing. You need to have an imaginary line right here, right? So imagine you have like this imaginary line. Your arm cannot go behind it, right? So you need to feel like that. You need to get the ball in front of this line. And the only way to do that is to, one, have your hips more straight, and two, you have to attack the ball in front of you. You can't let it pass this line. So I want you to just feel like you have this where it's like you got to get the ball in front of it, and you can't do any of this, because as soon as we do this, we're done. Okay? And that's the only reason you didn't dig this ball. If you were forward here and you had your weight forward, you're digging this ball, or at the very least it's going straight, right? And the blocker can get it, it goes in the net or something. But I like to play here, and I'll go one more back. I like to imagine that right here in this position, okay, I have a line here, and like I have a line like here, and like nothing can get past these two lines on the ball. So you'll even see really good players sometimes will pass the ball like this, like not even looking, like behind them, because it's that same idea of like I'm not letting myself go here. As soon as I do that, I'm in trouble. So that's it. Like that's more important than the platform or anything like that. Okay. Beautiful. Dude, let's go. I didn't know you were hitting cut shots. I was just seeing you hit the ball well. It's great. Good shot. Okay, good shot. So what I'm seeing with your hit, your shoulders are staying level, which is amazing. You're starting to lose your anchor point, so your chest is starting to turn into the line. Right, so see how you're kind of facing at the blocker? Same thing with the last cut shot. There you go. Kind of facing this way, right? And you're kind of hitting it like this. So the next step for you is just going to be trying to keep that anchor point into this area. That's it. That'll be the big thing for you. But you've made massive. We're very happy. Great example right here of not putting anything into the ball. His hands are just out. He lets the ball like hit him, right? You have to control that ball. Good, nice shot. Here we go. Here's a free ball. Really important. Love it. Great shot.
Remember this play now?
Brandon, what do you think about my fake right to the left? Did you catch this?
On defense?
This one, no, this approach here, watch.
Oh, the little slide approach? Yeah, I love
No,
it.
I do a fake right and then I hit left.
Oh, I didn't even know you hit it with your left. Oh my goodness.
I gotta sell the right swing more.
Bro, if you just go right and
Yeah,
just hit the shit out of it over here, money. But I like the idea.
I gotta hit the ball.
Okay. It's exactly what I teach, you know. That was actually really good defense. You just didn't think so. That was it. Oh shit. Okay. Henry, one thing for you setting. I don't know if we'll have time to go over it tomorrow, so I just want to mention it. You need to keep the ball more in front of you when you're setting, and you need to have a little bit more of like your back. It's straight right now. It needs to have a little bit of this to it. A little bit of forward lean. So what's happening?
Two up and down. Up
Exactly.
and
So
down,
watch when I
right?
pause right here. You have like a negative angle in your
Backwards.
back, right?
Yeah.
So just the opposite.
This is a lift, right?
This one is, yes. You don't
Yeah.
usually miss it, but this one is, yeah. You can
From
just
the
see
game
that.
here.
And another good thing, Henry, like I think of like you never feel like your face is like being sunburned, right? Or like the back of your neck is touching your back. Like you never want to be here. You always want to kind of keep the ball in front of you. Good swing, Jeff.
Out.
Let's stop those.
But yeah.
Jeff, let's watch this pass here. But kind of the same thing. Like sometimes you get to the ball and you don't quite lift with your legs, right? You're not finishing the pass.
Yep.
So here, we just kind of, right? You just stay there instead of lifting. That's it. Bring that forward momentum, and that's going to be a perfect pass. No way, Jeff. You're right there. Go. Look, but it's a good example here. Like what I was telling Henry here. Watch the arm. Where does your arm reach? Like backwards,
Yeah.
right? Instead of just like if you just go get that ball in front of you. I know it's not super easy, but if you get that ball in front of you, you can even get there without diving. Like that ball was pretty easy to get. You had the angle, but you lose the angle the farther you let the ball go. Right, it just becomes harder and harder to dig.
I've been telling Jeff that all these middle balls are his. Finally, we can,
Yeah.
Settle that.
Yeah.
I think it's just the starting point is, I'm like I'm not getting hit in the face here, but that's kind of what I'm guarding. And
Yeah,
I'm just
like-
not
like, I don't
covering
want
that
you,
much
like-
space in my hands here. I'm like
You're, like-
only guarding this much space in my hands.
Exactly. That's all you're
Mm.
taking away. Get big with the hands. Like get them out wide, and then your body will just naturally like kind of lean to the ball. You're just
Yeah.
too narrow. And then you two,
Both
Henry.
of us are. We're both like hiding from this end. We're just
Henry's
like,
Just sacrifice everything.
there you go.
nice pass.
Yeah, he passes well, man.
That was a good
Look
serve.
at that. Look at this. Just
Look, I mean, even like the
Style.
body, like he never gives up like the angle of the platform. Like see how his chest stays like forward? All the momentum's forward. It's not this. Right? Like Henry, that's what you do because sometimes your platform gets so flat, you go like this.
mm,
And he's like here. which
Yeah.
is what
he destroys all our serves.
kills all your confidence. There you go.
Neutralizes them.
There you go. Again, you see that sort
Yeah,
of negative
backwards.
back. That's it. Yep. You fix that and you'll set perfect because you have great hands. There you go, Jeff. Great shot. And Jeff, that was good. You stayed pretty neutral with the shoulders. Whew. Not that one. No.
Yeah.
That's fine. This is why you stay up. This is perfect. This is exactly right. Like you did nothing wrong here. It's just unlucky.
Next time.
Good.
Didn't push it out.
So Henry, just one quick thing. That was a good pass, right? Like a really good result there. You pass well when the ball's in front of you because you're able to put your legs are able to generate power. It's
Mhm.
very hard to generate power with your legs when the ball's outside your platform or
Yep.
outside your body. So that's why the balls that are outside your body just like die on your arm, right?
Yep.
So you just have to realize that like if the ball's outside my body, I need to put more arm weight into it.
Henry literally called that out this morning. I don't
Oh,
think
yeah?
like either of us knew why, but like he recognized what he was doing, like when
Yeah.
it was a good outcome and when it wasn't.
Awesome. Good.
Yeah.
Small thing, Henry. Just hit a cut shot here. You're already facing. Everything is facing there, right? Just go hit the cut. Instead, you kind of move your whole body out of the way and go line. Like just easy cut shot there.
Question on that. If I've been like, I think mentally I try and run some kind of, randomizer of like, okay, I've hit a cut or 2 cuts recently. I just hit a cut. Now I'm going to like try and switch it up. You're saying body's positioned for a shot. Like sometimes just go for that shot versus trying to force something.
2 things. They have not dug your cut. So there's not really a reason to go away from it. 2, but you can. It just, you don't need to, right? There's no necessity. 2, this set is requiring a shot out of you. You're basically taking the harder option. So if they have dug every single cut shot that you've hit, okay, then yeah, maybe you need to do something different. But first check is,
and dug meaning like they're digging it, they're returning it, and not giving us a free ball basically off of it.
Exactly. Like don't read into someone getting a touch. Don't read into like them giving you the ball back. Like your job is to win that point, however the hell it happens, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be on the first ball. So here, just take the easy shot. Right?
Yeah.
That's it. Was that yeah, was that okay? Let's see. Let's take a look here. Fine. No worries. You give him that shot all day long, right? That's the one shot that we're fine. Sometimes we got to give people shots. He likes to hit that ball normally, so no worries.
One thing that I kind of failed to do on a couple of these was, like, I know I need to push Jeff onto the right side of his body. So not only are my sets kind of falling, but they're all ending up at like a 3 or inside versus pushing him out.
Yeah. So one other thing to look at here.
Like, spacing out the legs, like getting way more bend in it, forward motion.
You're under the ball too. Like you're waiting for the ball, right?
Yeah.
You should always feel like you have 1 to 2 steps into the ball when you're setting. So here you would just back up more and then you got to be low. There's just like not enough like athletic stance, right? Well, you're nice and low, like you're attacking that ball, you're going to get it. You're just kind of waiting for the ball here. And then Jeff, I mean, hard.
I should have went left.
Left for sure. Or if you're going to go back the other way, like just take a hard swing and put it in the corner. Right, like here.
See how I'm copying Logan's stance?
Over here.
Hands up.
Yeah. Hands up, don't shoot. John made that joke today. I was cracking up. All right. Cool. All good. Here we go. Okay. Pass first. The pass isn't bad. Look, you have a tendency when you're off platform, you don't bring the ball with your body to where it has to go. You only use your platform, right? So your body, like at this point, should be like a rounding, right? It's like bringing the ball back, and you're kind of just leaving your arms out there, right? That's fine. Good set. I think you just mishit the ball. It's fine.
Yeah.
I would love for you to hit that ball hard into the angle. That would be a shot. But I almost think that's what you were trying to do. 1 sec. Henry. Narrowness, right? So narrow here. So
I'll kind of give you my Julio like called me out for being too dug in on serve receive during our first, I think the one where we lost, like we went 0-5.
Yep.
And I was just slow on the jump, right? So he would serve like a couple of feet outside of me and I wasn't getting those balls. And then I was like, okay, how do I improve some of that off the blocks quickness? And I'm like, when I was wide, maybe it was just more that my heels were dug in. So here I'm trying to be like on top of the sand, but to your point, there's nothing to push off from. So I definitely feel that. The correct identification, just the wrong adjustment. That's it. Right. Yeah.
You just need it to be, when you're wide, you just need to be on your toes. And you don't need to be super wide, but like Jeff here, you can see is like pretty wide. And that's about what I would want.
Yep. Yeah, because I'm trying to like kind of load myself into this. Like you can see my hams, I'm generally pretty loaded, but then I'm not getting like a good first push. Yeah, I'm kind of opening to push off.
Yeah, exactly. So when you're narrow, you got to get wide to push, right? So we just want to get rid of the having to get wide. That in? Great serve. Just fine. Let me just take a look, Jeff. I don't see anything. Fine, you thought it was out. You did it properly. Now, I mean, you can see, right, just Henry hands together early, right? So at this point, it's so hard to get a ball over you when the hands are together because you got to swing them, right?
I think we should go over that.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like this ball isn't.
This happens a lot where like I'll actually pick up short balls, but I'm probably giving them to Jeff at most at his like head height.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And then so like I probably can be giving him a bit like getting there sooner, giving him a better ball. Somehow like I have no idea where these balls are going, but somehow they have ended up in between us, luckily. But when I'm hitting them, it's like chaos a little bit.
Yeah,
I think this is just a surfer stance situation.
So look how high, yeah, you're so high up. That's it. Like you're here high here, right? But then when you
the difference in our two stances, Jeff's like pure surfer.
A part of that, I mean, yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's hitting on you, obviously, but sorry, he's angle. Yeah.
Like it's just when you identify a shot, your motion needs to be like, I gotta get low. So the lower that you are, the more time the ball is going to have to get to your hands, right? What's happening is you're moving with the ball. So as the ball's getting lower, you're getting lower, like slowly, right? And you're trying to meet it. So you're just like meeting the ball at the lowest point, right? You want to get to the lowest point first and then bring it back up. So here you're just meeting it, right? Look, your arms, like they literally fall apart in the sand. So you just can't produce any power there, or any like direction, right? Because sometimes you got to bring it back and you're unable to do that. How you're getting there. It's a good set, right? And then, yeah, I mean, look, you kind of got those shoulders in a bad spot. These are the ones where it's very important. Again, we'll go over this tomorrow. Of keeping that anchor point in the angle. When we're in a close space and when we have a tight set, the more open we are, the more space we have, the more free we are. The more closed we get, the less space we have. And we bring the block and the net into play. So that's all that happened here is that you brought the net and the block into play because you got really closed.
So when I get up, right, like I'm kind of going straight forward on it.
Yep.
Ideally, am I kicking out further? Like, am I opening up more space to the left first? And then going in from the anchor? Am I coming forward, but like having that anchor approach? Like, how would you?
First priority is that you're just facing angle.
Okay.
That would be number one. Two, if you feel that you've passed well enough and you have the time, get a little outside. That would be great. Not required, but that would be great. What's happening here is, I mean, look, you can see you're facing like middle line, right?
Yeah. And now I see, like from where I am, I see the ball is probably going to hit me in the middle, maybe slightly on my left side. So I'm like trying to get, like, you're saying it's better to get the anchor point and do kind of a reach over.
Sure, for sure. It's
and then what do I do with it from there? Like, what's the ideal?
A nice line shot.
But from over
like,
here.
Yeah, like so you'll be facing this way, right?
Yeah.
It's just this.
Yeah. Okay.
Kind of like a hook shot, right? It just is, and then you can always hit a cut. It's so easy to hit a cut from here. You just literally go like that.
So just get the anchor point lined up every single time.
That's the main thing. Yep.
What is yeah, go ahead.
No, it makes it for the set. If it gets tight, it also makes it a lot easier.
Got it. And what is the equivalent of that on the right side?
You want the ball on your right shoulder. So you want to get inside. So the more inside you can get on the right side, the more balls are going to fall on your right shoulder. Right. So you got to face, like, if you were Jeff here, you'd be facing like into the line versus in the angle.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff, we're getting this anchor point thing is going to change some outcomes.
That's round two, baby. That's round two.
Yeah.
Again, we've been over this a million times. Same thing. Your hands are just together too soon, and you got to bring them out together. Your hands are out, you dig that ball. Like,
I have a question on the, if you go back to Henry's serve receive on the close side.
Yes.
So Henry, I forget where the wind is blowing today, but like for whatever reason, he wanted to serve on the right side, and I've been playing right. Like, let's say the wind is blowing, into it. Like the wind's favorable to serve angle starting from the right side.
Like this, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one of these plays, I don't know if it was before or later, where Henry's serving on the right, but I've been playing the right. So, like, where should I stand, and like, what should Henry be thinking right after he serves?
And I'm
Wait,
doing
are you
that to
saying
try and
after
hit.
Henry
I'm trying to
serves?
hit like a cross into Logan because we're trying to pick on Logan, right? So we're Jeff's right side, so I'll go
I
like
think
left
right
to the
here.
back.
Here you're saying, okay, sorry, I wasn't gonna. Okay, so you're saying where do you want to start, Jeff?
Where should I be starting? And yeah, I guess that's a good start.
Yeah, so he's really far away from where the ball's gonna be passed. So you do need to start a little closer to protect against an overpass.
Yeah.
I would start right here. So I would start like right about like here. So like you're a little more here and you're facing angle. So you're facing this way and your starting point is like right here. So you can run and get this ball, but then you can also super easily just get back to where you need to go.
They fucked us on like a bunch of like Logan would get it and then Julio would face as if he's going to set Logan and would just bump it over onto my side. And I'm like still basically out of the court coming over from Jeff's side.
It's yeah. Like, so for you gotta like,
I need to be booking it. Okay.
That's like the first thing. Like you get there, you sprint to your spot, right? People, I'm at a high level, like people do this and go block. So you can get there for sure.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing. And the second thing is like for example, okay, Jeff's going up to block, that's why. But like Jeff, because you were in a good spot right here. That's where I would be waiting for this ball, Jeff, is right where you go. Yep. Right there. And then you're ready for that overset. You're ready for a 2-ball. You're ready for anything. You're creating an angle to where you can get more balls. Okay, here we're blocking. Good deal. There you go. Oh, that's it. Henry, you're going to dig every ball if you fix this. Like every ball. You're right there. Just the arms.
Other unlock coming?
Yeah, that'll be your biggest unlock, honestly. That's like a literal unlock. Good example here, Henry. So I don't know what kind of set you called here. Maybe you called an inside set, but it's starting to get a little to your left, right? So what happens here is, let's see when you take your first step of your approach, okay? So you're taking it now, before he's touched the ball, right? Before he's touched the ball, you've completed your right step, right? So ideally, we want to take that right step when he's setting. So you're early. What happens if your first step is early, your timing step is early, then your directional step is going to be early, right? And the problem with the directional step being early is that the set is not where we expect, then the ball's going to land like on our left or right shoulder. So you've already you're on your third step right here, right? So you're unable to adjust to this set. So ideally what happened is right now you're taking your second directional step and you realize like the ball's trajectory is like this, right? So it's probably going to fall around here, but you're already committed to this.
The pen doesn't work on some of these, just, you know, or at least I'm not seeing it.
That's good to know.
Did you see it there, Jeff?
I see.
Saw it earlier though.
I've seen, I saw the green one earlier, but here I didn't get any pen.
I'm on the green one. Okay, hang on. Okay, I'll just use my cursor then, no problem. So at this point, you're going to be able to tell this set's going here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it has this trajectory of going out here, but you're too committed to you can't make an adjustment with your feet, right? Yep. So if you just wait an extra half second there, you'll be able to adjust with your feet. Now you have to adjust with your shoulders, right? And you're kind of screwed. It's just it's just hard, right? And then you turn your shoulders instead of kind of hitting this one, and that's what brings the block into play. Otherwise, you're over him. You're just bringing it into play by turning those shoulders. Yeah, I love that we're taking care of two free balls. Good. We'll back up. You can stay. You know. How are you standing up?
The opposite angle, right? Just
that. But literally, if you did the opposite, you'd be perfect. We need to do like.
I think we gave them a take two on that. They weren't. Yeah, they didn't love that one. Yeah.
Julio's so nice. Cracked me up. He's always so happy.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. Jeff, good movement here. This would be the example of like if you're okay, first off, we don't want you here, right, Henry? This is like the worst place to be. Jeff's got your back, so he helped you out there. But ideally, you would make him hit the ball this way. Julio does not like hitting the ball to the left. He likes this. That's what makes him comfortable. which Jeff has picked up on here, which is great. But ideally, you just get back there and like you're gonna make him hit a shot he doesn't want to hit, and he's probably gonna make an error, just not do it, right? So he's proven to you over and over and over. All he's gonna do is hit the 2 ball over here. That's it. What do they say? Like, believe someone when they show you who they are. Okay, what happened here? Were you blocking angle? Do you know?
I think so. Maybe I saw where he was.
Okay.
I think he was blocking angle.
I think I was, and we double stacked on that
Yeah.
one. Yeah, I kind of remember this. There were like a few that I was calling angle.
We'll do a little bit of block defense tomorrow, like a little bit of block and peel, and just like make it a little game, like just to kind of hone in on that stuff. So this one, if my eyes are correct, you were actually, you were like neutral here, right? And this was one of your better sets. It was a really good set. Get out to his right shoulder. So that's good. Now, if we get you forward, you're gonna be setting perfect. But great example here of the off the body.
Yeah, right? I'm like barely moving the arms.
Yep, you're barely touching the ball. It's like you're like, right? You're letting it hit you. That's it. Then you get that low pass, which is really tough. We talked about it a little bit.
Something on Instagram that was just like, as long as you put your arms there, let the angle do the work, and that's it. That's what's going on.
You're listening to the wrong people.
Yeah.
you're too influenceable. Oh, good. No, it's fine. There is like some merit to that, but usually you use your body to bring the ball into it. Just letting the ball hit you. And then we talked a little about this. I want you guys really to focus. So are you going to play Friday?
Yeah.
Pass the ball in front of you. Make it a flip. Even make it like you overpass some. I don't care. Your siding out and your offense is gonna get so much better. It's so hard to hit the ball that's coming over your head.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
Oh, I suck.
Oh, you actually, your shoulders were really good there. Look at this. Perfect. Logan
and I got stuff.